Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to MCB2010 or Microbiology. My name is Dr. Stansel and I will be your instructor for this online course. What we're looking at right now on the screen is our Canvas course, and in this orientation video I want to show you around the Canvas course and then also talk a little bit about the syllabus and the course policies. So the Canvas view that you're seeing here, it's a little bit different from yours because this is the instructor view of the course, but yours should look very similar and this should certainly help you know where to find things as you go through it on your own. The first thing I want to look at here is going to be the syllabus. So I'm just going to open that up for us in another tab so that we can get a good look at that. And so opening that up, right at the very top here you can see my contact information. So again, my name's Dr. Stansel. My office is located in Building 2 upstairs, and you've got my contact information there, phone number and email. I encourage you to reach out anytime you have a question or concern about the course. Email is going to be the best way to contact me. I respond to emails very quickly, and I do check email at least once every day, so including weekends. So definitely feel free to reach out if you do have a question or concern. Now, if we go down just to talk about this course specifically, this course focuses on microbes, which is organisms that are too small to see with the naked eye. We're going to talk about viruses, bacteria, fungi, and there will be a few what we call protists, and even a few animals that are going to be considered microbes. Now, many of those are going to be things that cause diseases or illnesses in humans, and that's one of the reasons that we're interested in them. We'll also see, though, that there are some beneficial uses that microbes have to us as a society as well. Now, to receive lab credit, you will need to also register for MCB2010L. So that is a companion course to this. It's not required, but a lot of students do benefit from having that course at the same time. Now, just below that course description in the syllabus, you can see that the textbook is listed. This textbook, Microbiology by OpenStax College, this is an open source textbook. And the great thing about an open source textbook is that you don't have to pay for it if you're okay with reading in an electronic format. So I do have links throughout our Canvas course for just accessing the textbook online and reading it directly. That is definitely an option. You can also download a PDF file of the textbook. And if you feel more comfortable having a textbook copy, then it is available at a reduced cost and it can be purchased through the CF bookstore or various websites online such as Amazon. There is more information for accessing the textbook in our Canvas course. Now, as far as grades for this course are concerned, just want everybody right now to focus on this table that we have on the screen. And that shows you the 3 types of grades that your overall score is going to be influenced by. So we do have homework assignments in this course. Those will be in Canvas itself, and you will have 40% of your grade determined by those. We will also have lectures that are required watching, required viewing for you. 20% of your grade will come from that. And then we have 40% of your grade that's going to be devoted to exams. At the end of the term, your grade will be based on just those assignments. I do have a few extra credit opportunities sprinkled throughout the course. Those are listed on the schedule for the course, and I'll point those out as we get into Canvas. Those are the only ways that you could earn any extra points in this class, so I definitely encourage everyone to utilize those. They're also meant to help you do better on the exam. So I think overall they'll just boost your grade through extra points and higher exam scores. Now, for the course delivery, it is an online course. So since this is an online course, it is vital that you have reliable internet access throughout the duration of the course. Now, we all know that emergencies can happen and Wi-Fi can go down at very inconvenient times. So because of that, I encourage everyone right from the start to go ahead and identify a secondary source of internet access. So basically, what are you going to do if the internet goes out? I want you to identify a place where you can go and you can get some Wi-Fi and you can still complete your assignments on time. It would also be a good idea to identify another computer source. So whether it's a friend's house, the library at CF, go ahead and identify that so that you don't find yourself in a bind later in the term. Always, it's going to be very helpful if you start your assignments early so that they are not last minute and then you're not as susceptible to internet problems or computer problems. Okay, so I do expect you to log into Canvas regularly, work on the class assignments regularly, and Canvas is also going to be how I communicate with you. So if you're not logging into Canvas or checking notifications, then you may not see an email or a message that I do post for you. Okay, so just to scroll on down to the very end, here's a look at the schedule for the class. I encourage you to print this last page, the schedule, so that you have it and you can refer to it frequently. The course is divided into 5 modules. The course is divided into 5 modules, and so you can see those modules listed here, and each module is going to have several chapters in it, and it finishes up with an exam. You can see your study sheet assignments or your extra credit assignments. Those are listed in yellow here on the schedule, and the little asterisk next to them means that absolutely they must be submitted on time to receive any credit for that. Now, everything else in the module, the homework assignments, and the exam, those are actually due by the final module deadline. So you can see that each module has a final deadline. That means that the homework assignments, there is a little bit of flexibility in submitting those late. So if you just look, for example, at homework 1 that you see listed there, I've got August 23rd listed as the due date. I think everyone should try to get it done by August 23rd. That is to help you pace yourself appropriately in the class. However, should something come up and you cannot get it done by August 23rd, I will still accept it late until 9/6, so September 6th. So you can submit the homework assignments a little bit late as long as they're submitted by the final deadline. Study sheets cannot be submitted late, and the exam itself, you will have a 2-day window to do that. So you will have from midnight, so 12 o'clock on the first day, until 11:59 p.m. on the second day to get that exam completed. So a full 48 hours. Plan appropriately so that you can get the exam completed during that time. You will not have extra time once it closes. It won't be opened back up for you. So just plan ahead. And if you just scroll on down, you can see that all of the modules are set up the same way. So there's 5 of them, meaning 5 exams for the course. Now, if we go back to our Canvas course to talk about the setup here a little bit more and where you're going to find your various resources and assignments at, I've tried to lay out everything very clearly in Canvas to make it easy for you to see things. And we've got the syllabus link here right at the front. I encourage everyone to look thoroughly through the syllabus and read everything. I went through it very quickly and hit on some major points, but it is important that you're familiar with all of the content in there. There's also a link for CF tutoring. Tutoring is free in the CF libraries for students, so definitely take advantage of that if you find that you are struggling with the course. There is a link for tech support, and then we also have a Q&A discussion board, which is for students to post questions about the course content, policies, etc. in. I am monitoring that, so if you post on there, I will be looking at it. I will be answering questions there, and I also encourage you to answer questions for your peers if you do see something that you understand, you know about, you want to answer it. So this is a way for all of us to learn from each other, to kind of collaborate in our learning process. And if we're all working together and monitoring that discussion board, then hopefully questions should be getting answered very quickly. Right? So definitely utilize that. Here we also have links for all of the modules in the course. We will be starting off obviously with module 1, but right above that you can see that it says to get started, click here. That is going to take you to what I call the Getting Started module. That is where you see a link to this orientation video, and there's a link for the textbook. Okay, so you can download the textbook using that link. There's some instructor information, tips for being successful in this course, and then at the very end you can see that there is a syllabus quiz. Now with the syllabus quiz, you do need to take that at the start of the course just to demonstrate that you have familiarized yourself with the course policies and you know where to find things. You do need to get 100% on that. You can take it multiple times if you need to. Okay, but that is going to unlock the rest of the course for you. So until you complete the syllabus quiz, you can't really get to the rest of the content. Okay, but again, it's really just meant to make sure that you get off to a smooth start this term. If we go back, you can also see that there is also a link for each of the chapters that we're going to cover. We will be starting with chapter 1. Okay, so I'm just going to click on that one and open up so you see what it looks like. When you click on that page, you can see the required assignments for that chapter. You're required to read the chapter, and these links will take you directly to the online textbook. If you bought a textbook, you could also read it from there. And then we also have links for the video lectures. Now I'm going to click and open the very first one here so that we can see what these are going to look like. So these are actual lectures that you'll be watching. They may take a moment or two just to open up and load in your browser. But once they load, then you should see a play button listed there. Okay, so once this video lecture is loaded, then you'll have a play button there on this screen. And I also want to bring your attention to the little arrows up here in the corner. This will expand the table of contents for you. You can also expand the table of contents using the little TOC button down here in the corner. And then you can close it as you need to. Now, once you go through and you watch the videos, there will be some questions embedded. So every so often it'll stop and you'll need to answer the question. And once you finish that particular chapter, it's going to put a little check mark over here. So you will know that you did complete watching that one. You will have to view them in order. But the good news here is that if you actually go through and you watch the lectures, then you get 100% credit for that. So this is an easy way to get some good points, easy points in the course. It should also help you to understand the chapters better. So with the chapters, the chapter lectures, they are all or no credit. So you either don't watch all of them and you get 0%, or you watch the entire thing and you get 100%. That said, you don't have to do it all in one sitting. Okay, so if you want to come and you want to watch, say, part 1 and then come back tomorrow and watch part 2, you can certainly do that and you will get your 100% credit for it. Okay, so those are the lectures. And then the homework link is also down here. The homework, it's in Canvas. They're multiple choice questions. They're not timed though, so you can work on those over a several day period if you would like. Towards the end, below that, these are additional links to the same video lectures, but these are not for grading. So if you've already done the graded form and you just want to review them again, then you can use those links at the bottom to do that. Okay, so if we go back, you can see that all of the chapters are listed here, all of the modules are listed here. Another way to access the course content, just look at the schedule down here. You can click directly on the assignments and it'll bring it up for you so that you can complete it. You can see that for the extra credit assignments, they're listed down here. You can click on it there. You can also click on that if you just look at the module itself. So going to the module, you can see all of the content for that module. Study sheet assignment is down here. Again, that's your extra credit opportunity. So I encourage you to definitely look at that and get that completed, really ideally as you work through the module itself. There are directions here. I encourage you to read through this. Read this link here. Will also tell you more information about completing those so that you can earn a few extra points in the course. Now, other than that, I mean, that is the design of the course. That is a run through of the policies in the course and where to find everything. I'm here to help you this term. I hope everyone will get off to a smooth start with the course. It is important that you log into Canvas regularly, again, to work on the course content. We've got a lot of material to cover this term. I am, however, here to help you, so definitely reach out to me when you do have any questions or concerns. I'm looking forward to a great term.